To the man dubbed the American Taliban, John Walker Lind has now been freed from prison. He joined the Taliban just before 9/11 and was captured during a battle with U.S. forces a few months later. ABC's Whit Johnson joins us from outside the federal prison in Terre Haute, Indiana, which Lind has called home for the past 17 years. Good morning, Whit.
Michael, good morning to you. The now 38-year-old John Walker Lind is leaving prison much like he went in nearly 2 decades ago under a cloud of controversy. Sources expressing concern to ABC News that Lind remains radicalized with extremist beliefs.
This morning, the man known as the American Taliban, John Walker Lind, walking out of an Indiana prison, released on good behavior, serving 17 of his 20-year sentence.
You're an American citizen, right?
Yeah.
Well, right now you are a prisoner.
All right.
His post-9/11 capture making international headlines in 2001. Gaunt and filthy, Lind was pulled from a fortress basement in Afghanistan. In video taken by Afghan intelligence obtained by ABC News, CIA officer Mike Spann seen here interrogating Lind.
You know the people that you're here working with are terrorists?
Was killed an hour later in a close-quarters gun battle with militants. Now Spann's daughter calling Lind's release a slap in the face.
He is getting released early because of his good behavior in prison. And for my family, terrorism does not equal good behavior.
And Spann's father urging President Trump to intervene.
Don't turn him loose if there's reports out here that he's not being the model prisoner that y'all say he is.
The family citing 2 government reports that found Lind continued to advocate for global jihad and made pro-ISIS statements while behind bars. Sources also telling ABC News that Lind has even preached in prison, quoting a prominent jihadi figure. Lind was never charged in Spann's death. He'd converted to Islam as a California teenager, then leaving for the Middle East in the late 90s, even meeting Osama bin Laden at an al-Qaeda training camp, ultimately pleading guilty to giving armed support to the Taliban.
Lind will be on supervised release for 3 years with tough restrictions, including limited internet access, communicating only in English, and no associating with any known extremists. He's expected to move to Northern Virginia, just outside of D.C.